Howdy gamers, we finally have the announcement for the Tales of Collab with SAOUB, so today we're gonna be talking about it. Also, my voice is very oof. I came from a concert last night. I have a headache, but we're still doing this. Okay, so we do have the character. You can see Otherworld Bonds. We have a Kirito, but before we talk about him, let's talk about what they're adding to the collab first. So last night around like 4 a.m, they did a live stream to talk about all this cool stuff, but I wasn't able to attend it, so we're gonna go through Twitter to talk about it. That's why this video is very late. So of course tomorrow the Kirito will be coming out, so I'll be doing a video, or I might live stream, I'm not sure yet, on YouTube. You can look forward to that or something. I don't know, we'll talk about him in a bit. But then Suguha, or Leafa, she'll be coming out next week on Wednesday. Now we only know a little bit about her because of the live stream, and I'll show that in a little bit. Now this is with Tales of Arise, which is the latest Tales of series, I believe. Now this is Alphen and this is Shion. I hope that's her name. I played a little bit, I didn't really get to finish it. And then of course we also have an Alice and a Yui. I don't know too much about who they're cosplaying as. I think it was like con something with Yui. I don't know for Alice. I am so sorry. Now unfortunately, all four of these characters, so Alphen, Shion, Alice, Yui, they are only home background characters. They are not playable characters, so you have to spend around almost 20 bucks each. So if you only want Alphen and Shion, you have to spend 20 bucks for like each, so 40 bucks, almost 40 bucks to get a home background. So they're not playable, you cannot use them in the game. Like for example, you see this back here where they talk? That's what you get for them. That's it. You cannot play them. Now, I'm stressing that out, especially if you're coming from the Tales series and you're interested in this game or something. So they're also coming out tomorrow. Do they have voice lines? I have no idea. If they announced in the live stream, I didn't see it. I mean, they all look good. They look cool. I think I like Yui's the most. It's very colorful. It's very nice. And then of course they'll have their own little story. We have a ranking event coming tomorrow as well. So it looks like they're all interacting and whatnot. That's cool. Kirito's hair is just somehow very, very shiny compared to the rest. I don't understand. He had extra gel. Anyway, while you log in, you have all of these 11-time character scouts. Now, it may look like, oh, you get a guaranteed 4-star because collab, right? That's fun. No, it's just getting 11-time character scouts per day. So you get a chance to get a 4-star, but it's not like a guarantee as you do each of these scouts. I mean, it's free scouts, so that's cool, but I would like some 4-stars, especially if you're like new to the game, right? That would help out a lot. You also get some evolution crystals to make your characters to level 85 to 100, and then these moon crystals to help go from 105 to level 120, which is the max in this game. And while you log in for all 15 days, so 2 weeks, you get this very cool home background, just like the Yui and Alphen, Shion. You can't play them, it's just you get a background. And then we're on the last part. Yeah, so there's not really too much with this collab. So as we fight the ranking event, which it looks like we're fighting a Eugene, if we all fight him 300,000 times, we get evolution crystals. If everyone fights 500,000 times total, we get the moon crystals, and 800,000 times we get a cool background of Shion. So yeah, another background, not a playable character. I'll get my thoughts after, don't worry. It's quite interesting. So as we go through the little mission event, whatever, we do get some pretty cool things like 4-star armor. Heck yeah, that's something we can actually put in our characters. But it looks like they'll both be holy element, maybe for Kirito and Leafa, maybe, unless they put it for like everyone, but most likely it's gonna be holy element. And here they're emphasizing it here this time. Playable character Kirito, playable character Leafa. Get her scout next week, get Kirito tomorrow if you want, and we'll talk about him right after this. Here you go. Yeah, home characters with illustration, not playable. So yeah, purchase get it by clearing special crossover mission. Okay, Yui is not purchasable, but all other three are purchasable. So my initial thoughts right now before I talk about Kirito and then Leafa, if you're interested. Yeah, this collab kind of sucks, kind of doo-doo. It's filled with a lot of paid stuff, especially on Alphen or Shion, because you may be a fan of them. You can't even play them. Like the closest we have is Kirito dressed as the, I don't know who he's dressed as. Is it Alphen, like in the beginning of the game? I have no idea. And then Leafa, I don't know who she's cosplaying as, but this collab is very filled with like paid stuff, which isn't really that cool. A lot of this is a lot of backgrounds, and backgrounds aren't even playable. They're just there to look pretty and to admire and to look at with our eyes. And I mean, I like to collect things, so sure, like someone like me kinda likes it, but overall it's just, this is a game. I want to play as my favorite characters. It's a game. I want to play. So like, if I compare this to like the collab last time with the Tales of series back in SAOMD and I believe SAOIF, that collab had a lot more to offer. That one had me much more hyped. This one I'm not super hyped about. I'm still pretty hyped because it's a collab. That's cool. But I mean, last time that was like 4 characters with a free character to play as. Actually, no, there was like two free characters and they were part of the collab, but this we can't even play as Alfred and Shion, so it's very underwhelming. So yeah, that's a thing. All right, but now let's talk about Kirito and if you should scout for him or not, or if you should wait for Leafa. We only know a little bit about Leafa, so I'll let you know about her very soon. What is this? So 1 week we'll get diamond cubes, and for the rest of the 8 weeks it's backgrounds. I don't really care about the backgrounds game. And also Sinon's birthday just happened, so if we logged in we got 25 free diamond cubes, so happy birthday to Sinon here. It looks very cool. If you're interested in that, you don't know how to get her, you go to the exchange shop and you go all the way down until we reach background. That's right here on blind, and she's right here for like 5 days. I believe it's 50 diamond cubes, so you waste your currency. I don't think it's worth it, but she does look very nice. All right, but anyways, now let us talk about this limited character. So yeah, Other World Bonds Kirito. This Kirito will not be back until something special is going on, but seeing how all these SEO games have been so far, he is never coming back. This is a collab character. I do not think he will ever be back. I mean, there's still a chance. There's still a chance on special reissued scouts, so there's no guarantee. I feel like I will never see this dude again. So anyway, step 1 and 2 are 50% off. Very cool. Step 3 is a 4-star guaranteed, so that's actually very nice for the newer players. And then on step 5, you are guaranteed a 4-star, but only a 50% chance of it being a new one, and it doesn't necessarily mean Kirito, but other characters that you may not even have. I mean, that's just how it is so far, but for the most part, you know, you can just think of that 50% chance of getting that Kirito. But this time, compared to other scouts, step 7 is a guaranteed new character, so you are guaranteed this Kirito, or probably other characters, but for the most part, it's probably that Kirito. And of course, if you go to step 8 and beyond, you do get a 1.5 times higher chance to get a 4-star, and there's also rate ups in this game, so there'll be another Kirito scout if you want for an even higher chance for Kirito specifically. Now, Silver Wolf martial artist Kirito, he is a holy fist user, which, okay, I mean, sure, that's very different. The only fist user is Eastcon, so now Kirito is gonna fist all the wolves out there, and no, not sexually. So he's the Bay this time. He's a break, and assault, and enhanced mode unit. And let me tell you this now, if you do plan to get this Kirito, if you want to focus on meta stuff, you do not level break, and you do not level the enhanced mode or any other break stuff. If you want an example of how it should look like, you should have it like this. Yeah, it's the same behind my face cam. There's no difference. Everything you see is right here. The reason that you want to keep it like this, you also don't level this or this, just anything with break. Is so you deal less break to get more break stack, to get break stack 5, because even if you do a double incarnate, that acts as though you have like a break enhance, which is just a better break. You're just trying to get a high break stack to deal even more damage. And for the enhanced mode, even if you don't level this, you still get like the buffs and whatnot. The only difference if you do level this is the number of times the enhanced mode is on. So if you actually think about it, keeping this to level 1 is a little bit better, because nowadays these enhanced modes have buffs. You want to keep applying those buffs, so you just want to keep using enhanced mode, and it doesn't waste a turn, but it does put down a turn for your recast after you do an incarnate, which is actually very important. So that's why you don't want to level that as well. So anyways, here's his stats here: 321 speed, which is very nice, and 2480 attack with enhanced mode. This dude, I'm pretty sure, is going to be pretty beefy. And he is Kirito, which Kirito unit isn't strong. Also 750 crit. Yeah, this dude he might deal a lot of damage. So if we take a look, his break raises his own attack by 7%, and also dealing a strong blunt attack while lowering physical resistance on the enemy by 20% for a turn. With his assault also raising his attack by 7%, extra strong blunt attack, while dealing 15% additional damage if the enemy is inflicted with the physical or magic resistance debuff, just like it does over here with the break. And now when this Kirito is in enhanced mode or steel, his skills are much stronger. MP does cost a lot more if you're using his skills, but he also raises attack by 10%, max of 30% for 2 turns. And while he's in enhanced mode, nothing much changes besides the fact that he will deal more damage. And now his incarnate skill, Thundery Tenebros Claw, did I say that right? Incarnate blunt once attack on a single enemy deals 15% additional damage if the enemy is inflicted with the physical or magical resistance debuff, and then a damage increase of 15% again when your attack is 15% or more, and then an additional 15% when your attack buff is 30% or more. So not only will you have that 30% additional damage increase, but also an additional damage increase of 15. So 45% additional damage if you apply all of the stuff. So this dude is a damage dealer. He's going to be strong for your teams. I should probably talk about his other stuff. So his Imaginarium increases attack by 3% for unlimited amount of turns and 15% crit damage for 2 turns if you have the Imaginarium. Special partner is Leafa, of course, because she's the other unit. His leader skills 25% extra incarnate in the beginning of the battle if the opposite element, in this case dark element, is with the enemy. And his member skill attack increased by 1% for your light element characters. And then incarnate combo and break stack, the cool stuff. So overall, he is a damage dealer. So in a small way, you technically don't need him unless you want to be caught up with the same damage with other holy elements. Now recently we did have a lot of holy element characters that came out during the anniversary. I think it was the anniversary, it was something like that. Now my teams kind of suck. Now, I would have liked it more if it gave buffs for everyone. I feel like that's what I'm mostly lacking for my team. The latest character I had was the Yuki that I have in the very front. Now, she's nice and all, but I also need a break and whatnot. I need break stack. Oh, also, let me talk about Leafa. Now, we know slightly about Leafa because this was shown during their live stream right here. So for what we know so far, Leafa is a charge, an assault, and enhanced mode, which is to be expected for charge. Now, also, this is them doing the incarnate, but it looks like it's an AoE attack to hit all enemies. Now, in my opinion, this is super useful, especially for newer players. So they're able to clear a lot of stuff that they can't really do. They can focus everything on this Sugaha or this Leafa. Obviously, it's not going to be 1 MP. So Sugaha, I would say would be really good for newer players. You could still get Kirito if you want, but this Sugaha is going to carry you through a lot of stuff. As for other skills, we don't know yet. We only know what the incarnate can do. You know, just hit me. Also, it doesn't show that this Leafa has a recollection field. I mean, we won't know officially, but as right now, it doesn't look like she gets recollection field, which is a bit of a bummer. I was hoping she really had recollection field, but oh well. Anyways, back to this. We just really have to look at our teams. Now, I do need a character with break to do break stack. I do have 2 people who could do break stack, which is the administrator and that Kirito, but the Kirito isn't really dealing too much damage nowadays, nor is that admin. And if anything, I think I'd rather get rid of admin. Just because her break is leveled up. This is back at the time where we actually level up break. So I do want to replace her. She's not really dealing as much damage anymore, and she's not super useful for the team right now. I mean, I guess the only thing with her is the recollection field in her incarnate. But besides that, you know, if she gave buffs, she would have been more of a priority for me, but she's not. So me personally, I think I will go for this Kirito. My light element team kind of sucks. As for Leafa, we'll see when she comes out. Is he a must out or no? Technically, no. And I would rather wait, especially if you're new and you want to be free to play, if you should be saving your diamond cubes. Wait for Leafa, see what she has to officially offer. She should be coming out next Wednesday, so next Tuesday, you know, we'll have the announcement. This banner lasts until next month on the 15th, so you have a lot of time to debate if you want this Kirito or not. The leaks were true. We did talk about like the characters that were in the leaks were Kirito and Leafa. So far from what we know from other leaks, more background stuff. Let's skip that. Lind, which is apparently from Progressive. And then we also have another Mito, Asuna, and Kirito from the new Progressive movie that's coming out very soon. So if you want to scout for this or you want to keep saving, because I believe this is the only thing for the collab, there's nothing more. You could also keep saving. But anyway, I guess that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video of Sword Art Online Unleashed Blading. If you guys enjoy, why not leave a like, comment, and subscribe? I would really appreciate it. And if you want to join, I have a Discord at the bottom of the description. You click on that link and you're sent right to my Discord. And there may be a stream for this on YouTube or not. I'm not sure yet. I'll debate on it. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys all again in the very next video with the collab. Let's go. Okay, goodbye.